We'll change over to the live screen now.
Yes, make sure to change into your dice.
We didn't have cuckoos, so the dice is ready.
Yeah, I had, or me and M had the other one.
Yeah.
Damn.
I'll talk about it later.
Yeah, off stream.
Oof. Was it rough?
Talk about it after stream.
Sounds good.
Sorry, I wasn't paying attention.
It's okay.
Oh, man.
Is unimportant for today's plotline.
Yes, right now.
Speaking of.
we're eating Tavern.
So, do we need a recap?
Not really. I know that most of the fighting is basically over at this point.
I don't think we need it, but I want
Would
it.
be nice in general.
It would be nice, then I shall
Yeah,
provide.
just a nice refresher.
Last we left off, the party had fought what looks to be a group of themselves who fought doppelgangers that were hiding underneath the waters, which I thought was fucking hilarious. And also slightly terrifying, because yeah.
Half of our party can't
I
technically swim.
did keep making a reference last time that nobody picked up. I kept saying you don't recognize the bodies in the water. That is from an old SCP thing, where it's you would see bodies in the water that would be of your loved ones to like drag you towards the water, and then essentially they would then drown you.
That
I know, like,
I didn't
3
realize
SCPs and I barely know them.
I didn't realize it was an SCP, but I figured it was like a you don't recognize the people even though you know the people.
No, it's more that it's a warning. It's saying that you do recognize these people, but you don't know them because they're not the real people.
Gotcha.
So it's saying that, like, hey, even if it looks like somebody you know, it quacks like somebody you know, it's not somebody you know.
Damn water killed these.
Be worse. Beat the thing.
Worse beats several things, let's be honest.
I imagine John Carpenter's the thing.
But yes, after most of you dealt with most of them, Storm was dealing with herself in her own way.
Now we have a person that can help us. Maybe.
The party had slowly and steadily began to overcome their lesser halves. And some of you discovered that, you have items that really help you. As if I've given them to you over a year ago.
Generally, you forget because it's been a while. Really.
In my defense, the water breathing, this is the first time we've been or near water in like a year, and my magic mushrooms, I've never had a chance to use them safely.
No.
With good reason.
There may always be a reason. You just gotta ask.
There may be a reason, yeah, but like a lot of times it's like, oh, this might not be a good idea. Maybe when I'm feeling a little more chaotic.
But yes,
I have magic beans.
Okay, they've got a bag of beans that does things when you plant them.
They do various things.
The last we left on was that Dubs, as we're calling him, right? Anti-Spud, Heartless Spud, is the only combative left. But he's kind of thwuggling, and I believe we ended the turn order, so we would go all the way back up. And that would be... I believe it's Ors. It is Ors.
Joy! Okay, so you said it was, it's just Dubs.
Yep. It's just Heartless Grandpa.
I don't, because I know, at least what I remember, we were pretty far, or at least I was pretty far from him, so I would have to, like...
This is incorrect.
Eat javelin.
You
had
flown up, you had swam up for the previous 2 rounds.
Oh, shit.
Yeah, I
Don't
have a
mean,
little
look at me learning
animation.
how to swim.
I had a little animation of you just flapping your arms like a bird through the water.
Kind of funny.
Really, really poor like doggy paddle. Just, I've seen dogs do this.
See, I was thinking of that scene in was it Ice Age 2 where he's like, "Oh, I'm stuck in the prey." like paw kick, paw kick.
So yeah, how close am I then?
You would be close enough to swim up and stab him. We said you
Oh.
moved like roughly 10 feet every time because you're moving at like roughly a third of your movement speed.
Mm.
And you were down there, you've stopped kind of your sinking. And you can kind of quell enough force to move, to propel yourself upwards.
This is Orsic swimming. It's aggressive flapping.
Yeah, that seems right.
With a spear in his hand.
um, okay. Am I able to tell? It's like
Yes.
which of the spuds I can. Okay, then I'm gonna take a stab at not Grandpa.
A stab.
Stab at Dubs.
Stabbing at Dubs. Go.
Bring on the pain.
That
I
hits.
Damn.
That hits. Neat. I'm pretty sure I'm still mad.
Yep.
Cool. So
You are
that's
still the
9.
angry.
Let's go, and then
He's still kicking.
dope.
Shit.
25.
Bring on the pain.
Alrighty.
I'm pretty
That is
sure
8.
that is enough.
Sick. Fucking just
As you get that
Or
last
sneak-
bit of stab in there,
stab.
you peer
Keep
through
swimming aggressively.
as you see the doppelganger return to its regular form. If you need the picture, I can go get it.
Is it not in
I
here?
don't think so.
It's
Or
up a little
Oh, it
bit.
is.
Yeah, it's just up a little bit.
It's scrolling up a little bit, but I'm just saying if you need the visual representation, it looks like this.
Yeah. That's a fucking creature.
It is a fucking
Pretty cool.
creature and a half.
He's cool looking though.
Why they give it biceps like that?
Oh no, that's
He's
just
a
like muscle.
swimmer.
Right?
It's just muscle. Like they have
This is-
0 BMI.
You know what? Good for them.
It's like all fish, nothing else.
Oh no. I have made them allowed to be able to swim and breathe underwater. They normally can't do that. They're normally just like regular people, regular dudes.
That's fair.
I was confused by the gift. So I scrolled up to see, the
Uh-huh.
the creature, and I was very confused by the gif directly above it because I didn't see there was one above that as well. So it says Zed to Ors right now, and then it's these two ladies like like in a shower and stuff, and then like a dude like on a couch, just like, oh my god, yeah, and I'm like, I don't understand what this means, Em.
Zed was
This
privy
one
to an
here.
unwanted
Yeah, she was reading that
So
back.
I did see this top one. Yeah, so it was like this. Or yeah, like this. So I was like, I don't understand what you I need you to explain.
My bad. I meant to put... Yeah.
I get it now. Now that I've scrolled up, I understand it. But yeah,
No, I see what you mean. Like there's like a little space because the gif above it has like a border at the bottom.
yeah.
So it like pushes it down more than you would expect it to. So it looks like it's supposed to go with the one below it.
Yeah, it's just like, what does that mean?
That's so funny.
And fun fact, Zed was the opposite. Zed was terrified, looking away.
No, my bad. I meant to put freaking Marcus on the with that second gift. I guess I forgot and didn't bother to.
Lol.
But yes, sorry. Go on.
You're good. Yeah. Dubs turns in, reverts to his regular form, and you were all slowly swimming underwater. Some of you can easily reach the surface. Grandpa, I believe you are literally spider walking on the wall, and you can just walk upwards if you want.
I'm just gonna assume I've finished up with
But-
whatever activities are above ground.
Well, that's the thing.
Oh no.
What were you
Spider's
doing
foot. Spider's foot.
afterwards?
Afterwards?
Yeah, like you two had left combat because y'all were
Yeah.
busy.
So I guess
What was y'all's-
after all of that stuff,
Well,
probably.
what do y'all do? Do y'all do the nasties? I don't know. It'd only be like 30
How
seconds.
full? Yeah, it's like
Yeah,
how
I was
full
like, I don't
throttle
think it
are
would
you
have been-
going?
I was like, I don't think it'd be enough time for that. No, probably not.
Oh, 30 seconds is a long time.
Shut up.
Oh,
Like, listen.
but when I make these, I
So yeah, what were you doing?
What you doing, kiddo?
how far would if the plan was to eventually do the deed? How far along do you think y'all would have gotten?
Mm, I don't think everything would have come off.
But pieces of armor are being. You know what? Where's my dice? Come here, dice.
You're like, how much armor came off?
I had the funniest
Oh,
thought,
man.
like, man, what if he's got one of those like bedroom dice that you give to like couples and stuff? You know, the ones that it's like fucking,
Bold of you
like,
to assume I'd have anybody to use that with.
I don't know, maybe you just like click clacks enough that you're like, yes.
This way.
I only own one pair of physical dice.
Okay.
Hmm.
Most of your armor's dead. The only thing on is your undergarments.
That seems fair. It
I
probably
rolled-
took a
I
while
rolled
to
an
get some of it off.
82 on a D100. You were y'all were getting naked. So
Arm.
how fast would everybody appear from underwater? Like,
I feel like unfortunately Zed would still probably be the first one.
well, I would say Zed actually tries to help Orsic up.
That's fair.
Because he sees Orsic is having trouble and he's like, you know what, I got you, buddy. I got more than enough movement speed for the both of us.
Oh.
You know, also trying to make up for stabbing you earlier.
That makes sense.
Yeah.
He fucking
So-
crit you. That shit was hilarious.
He did. Holy fucking shit.
He stabbed you so hard. So, I'm guessing Zed and Orsic would be some of the last ones to come up then?
Yeah, so
So
it's
between
either
Marcus,
or Grandpa.
and Grandpa, yeah. How good of a swimmer is Marcus?
Uh,
Oh,
He
he's
has-
got the ring.
he's he's slightly slower than Zed.
And then, like,
But-
how much further to the, like, surface is he? Because I think he went up for air most recently.
Yeah, he's the closest to the surface, actually. He was slowly dropping to try to help everybody else, but once he dies, I'm pretty sure everybody's just going up.
So does that mean Marcus makes it to the land first? Poor Marcus.
It depends on how fast Grandpa's trying to get up there. If Grandpa is fast enough, it would be a tie. They'd both like appear at the same time.
Let's see. So if Spud is just like spider walking along the wall just to get up there, he has a 25 walking speed. So like,
You could make that within 6 seconds, yeah.
okay, so yeah.
So then
let's
you and Marcus would get up at the same time.
So you want to just role play this at the same time? Let's go.
So yeah, Marcus and Grandpa Spud, when you both, oh, this is after you've also fully freed yourself, Spud. I'm just going to assume the gang helps you out because why wouldn't they? You two were the first to go up and ascend as Zed goes and helps Orsic kind of get under his legs, essentially. Not literally, but figuratively. And as you both kind of appear out of the water slowly, you see in the path in front of you where previously Zed and Storm had stood that there was a almost naked lady mounted another naked lady. It seemed that your companion was very quick with the deed. Not that they're in the process of it, but they're fast with it.
Yeah, Spudger's gonna be like, "Good lord!" And it's just like he's gonna like cover. He's gonna use his hat that
Oh,
is sopping
no.
wet. And he's gonna like pull it over his eyes. Like, oh, I'm sorry. What?
Jumps back into the water.
he's just gonna like hat over eyes, turn around. He's like, right now, like, oh, right now. That just ain't decent. It's just like. He's just like, he's just not looking at you. No eye contact. He's just like totally covering his eyes and everything.
Ors, as you've calmed down and as you guys are swimming up, you hear Grandpa, a muffled yell, kind of echoing above you as the water kind of it makes what he says a little unclear, a little murky. And as you and Zed appear, Zed kind of pushes you towards the wall as he too covers his eyes, like, oh no, 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 no. Not again.
He's like, my innocence.
My innocence. No. Probably just now annoyed because it's like, are you fucking serious?
That's like, can you stop now? We're done.
Oh, my apologies. It has been too long.
She telepathically.
Mhm.
Why stop? She's kind of edging you on to being like, why would we stop? An audience has never stopped us before.
Oh my god, Storm!
I mean, she's not wrong, but also.
Marcus is gonna be replaying this moment in his head for the rest of his life.
Oh my
To the
goodness.
day he dies.
Whereas, yes, the crowd has never really stopped Storm before. She already kind of knows how some of the party members are about.
One of them's a minor and the other one's old as shit.
Yeah,
Oh, the minor
about external.
The minor hasn't come out of the water yet. He's kind of got his eyes covered and is waiting for the okay.
Yeah.
You gotta be
Or
waiting
she's
for
kind
that
of like
okay for
low-key
a
kind of like
while.
shielding, like, just like shielding Zed too. Just kind of like, this is a child.
Just, what are you doing?
Like, come on, Storm.
Think so? You gonna get dressed, or are we gonna sit here? Like, come on.
Zeb's like, I can go back in the water. I'm gonna go back in the water. Be back.
We're just gonna find another way around. It just. I was gonna say you do you, but that's literally what's happening right now.
Yeah, that's already in process. I don't know if you want to keep watching me do me.
Oh my fucking god.
But he's like eyes closed. He's like, fellas, I did mention a chest around the over that gate. I don't know, Orsi, maybe we want to try to do anything else but sit here.
Zed underwater is like, brr, brr, brr.
trying to protect the child. The child's drowning.
The child is fine. He's got a cloak.
It's not a cloak of water breathing.
He's just drowning in water.
He just picks it up for like a second so he gets his breath and put it back down.
Thank you.
Get you so we can get the fuck out of here.
Reluctantly, Storm's gonna like start to kind of get dressed, and I don't know if the doppelganger can like see the rest of the not really conundrum. What's the word that I'm trying to figure out? Reasoning, I guess, on why this is not this is no longer a good thing. It's like, I understand. Terrible timing. Not really
Yeah.
anywhere else to do this right now.
I mean,
Marcus, I'm gonna need you to stop
I
staring.
do not oppose to the idea of having time for loving yourself, but we're in an active war zone right now.
Telepathically, she says, that makes it all the better.
No, we're kind of busy. Do you happen to know the way out? Maybe if we can get someplace a little less restrictive, it could be a little less restrictive.
She points to the gate. Just open that.
But how?
There's the lock's underneath the water. Just swim right below. You'll see a lock pad, and then just open it.
I turn to Orzik and I say,
Oh,
"There's a
we
lock
can't
in
hear
the
that.
water."
She said that telepathically. We didn't hear any of that.
Did she say anything, Storm?
There's
Stop looking at
apparently
each
a
other.
lock-
Get answers.
There's apparently a lock underwater.
Can we open it?
They say that you can just do it that way.
Liv said, "Hey, there's a lock under the water. Put him back down."
Okay. I got it. Give me a second.
I couldn't
Just letting
remember
you know
if
that
Zed or if Spud was the one that was the lockpick.
I just want to let everyone know that,
the-
Marcus hasn't blinked the moment when he saw this happening.
Okay.
Congratulations.
See,
I'm
Storm
pretty
knew.
sure
Storm
he's
knew. He just didn't want to accept
Zed
it.
wants to get the fuck up out of there.
That's fair.
Holy shit, that's a 20.
Zed is like, no, we are nope.
He's like, too much, too soon, too young.
As Zed unlocks the gate, so it looks like a normal padlock, but it doesn't look like the lock itself is into the door. It looks like it's chained around the door. And the moment he undoes the lock, the chains let go. You see that the door, or it's not necessarily a door, but the gate itself opens horizontally, right? So you see that it splits into two, a top half and a bottom half, and they both recede. As you finally, after a whole month, almost, escape this one part of the room. Congratulations.
Woo!
Oh, thank God.
I will get the map back so everybody's knowing we're on the same page. Storm, she is still trying to get you to stay. She rolled a 16. You can roll a wisdom save to try to resist her.
Okay.
Or she could just pick her
Pick
up.
on my own spit.
Yeah.
Wow.
Did you also choke on your own spit?
No, Storm rolled in that one.
Oh no, I saw. I just looked over.
It just, like, flew out, didn't try to roll, just sat there.
It was like, girl, you ain't never gonna get this chance again.
Right? It was like, we could get some.
You better finish.
I mean,
They want
in
you down here
Storm's-
the whole time.
In Storm's defense, it's been, what, like 4 weeks, 5 weeks, 6 weeks? When was the last time we were in town?
Too long?
A week ago.
It feels longer.
Hey, dude.
It's just like us, the rest of the party venturing down this dungeon, and then we're gonna hear the clap of ass cheeks in the hallways.
Oh my god.
Joke's on you.
How do you know that's not Snake just like sneaking around?
I don't know.
Yeah, the clap of his ass
Oh
cheeks
my
alerts the guards,
goodness.
you know?
Lamau.
I got you, yeah.
Dummy sick.
Grandpa, you saw Storm like putting on her armor and her garments, but she's stopped and starstruck kind of at herself. Contemplating.
Eyes are still closed, not gonna lie. Like, this is all just really weird.
You heard her stop moving.
Yeah, like, darling, sweet pea, listen. I know you have needs,
There is
but
a time and a place.
time and a place for that, and right now it is not either of those. So, please just come along. I mean, I don't
Zed
know
will
if not.
reappear in the other room, by the way, the one where the water.
He's
under
over there
the
like, nope, 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 nope.
Yep,
nope,
he's over there
nope.
like, where's this chest?
If not, I guess just catch up with us when you're done. You're a grown woman, and I trust your judgment. I said my piece. See you later. And he's just gonna like eyes still closed, like gonna just walk along the wall and like just go to the gate and get out of there.
I feel like
Marcus is the
Orsic
last
followed.
person. Marcus is the last person to leave the room, and he's just like still staring. He just like before he leaves, like just gives Storm the thumbs up and just runs away.
She's gonna make a
Orsic, what
joke,
are you
like
doing?
she's gonna point a thumb back at the last one that jumped in the water and goes, "Can you believe? Not even a month ago, he didn't want to pretend to be my boyfriend."
Just looks at you like, I could not believe that.
Like, so anyway, where were we?
So yeah, the rest of the party. Well, we there's depending on how long it takes y'all to explore the rest of this, things will happen to Storm.
Okay. Well, good luck, Storm.
Just let me know if I have to roll anything.
I will.
Yeah, so now that we removed the minor and the elderly from the room, what are we doing now?
All right, cool. So it's everybody else has slowly and steadily moved to the next room over here to the right of the big water room.
Hold on, I'm pulling up the fucking.
Oh, the left, my bad.
I'm pulling up the board.
First side to the left.
Yeah,
You and this
baby,
fucking board.
It's fun.
It's fun and it helps.
What more graffiti have you put on that board this time?
I don't
Actually,
know.
I have it. Not a lot. It's like
Yes.
my tablet decided that it doesn't want to work right now, so
Much sadness to you.
I know I wanted to draw. I was like, well, okay, cool, whatever.
You've all gathered now in the next room, except Storm.
Yep.
Depending on how long, like I said, time will move. So, what do?
Okay, Elder, you said there was a chest.
It's what's gonna like slowly like one eye like open like out of his
She's in the other room.
Okay, all right, coast clear. Yeah. So, when I looked around earlier, around this corner here is gonna point to like this first little room here on the like to our immediate would be our right, yeah, our immediate or no the left, our immediate left. Well, in there I didn't see anything. Just some, and just a room, it's just an empty room. Up ahead there, he's like, you see that red chair way over yonder?
Uh-huh.
Huh?
It's got blood all over it.
Oh,
Like someone was stabbed in it, or
Son, I could not tell you. All I know is that it was as you can see, it's very out of place, very weird, and yeah, just blood all over the place, or well, all over the chair. That was the other weird thing. Nowhere else in the room, just on the chair. And then if you look over, and then if you go into this room, he's gonna kind of like gesture, like almost like a tour guide. And in the next room over there, on that left, there's a big old chest. Now, I didn't want to go anywhere near it because I was a bird and I didn't want to get eaten because it might be a mimic. I don't know. I just have a little bit of trust issues with chests that are by themselves like that. Y'all know the
You know
drill.
what? That's pretty reasonable.
Does Orsic know what a mimic is?
Bitch, you know what the Fae is. You want to ask if you know what the fucking mimics are?
Well, you were giving me shit about the Fae like
Because it doesn't
earlier.
make
So I was
sense
like,
for you
do
to
I
know the Fae,
know?
but you know what? Whatever.
It's like you didn't have an issue with it with Alejandro. Because I made the same argument too.
I did have an issue with it, but I brushed over it because it was like, well, you're gonna have to make a deal anyway. And you eventually forgot him anyways.
Sure. Anyhow.
I'm gonna roll Arcana check
For
to
what?
see if the chest is booby trapped. Actually,
We haven't quite gotten there yet.
I was gonna say, like, that's not also the right role for that. Technically, it's, it would be a
Would that
either
be
a
an
sleight of hand or
investigation?
like a. It could be an investigation. It could be a trap check, which is like some things rogues specialize in.
Could it also be
Arcana
like
is really just
survival?
used for magic.
yeah, sorry.
Not necessarily.
Okay.
Given the type of chest and the type of situation, I would dictate whether or not it would be X, Y, or Z skill.
That's fine.
But yes, what does the party want to do? You haven't moved from the room you're currently in. Spud has just kind of said their piece.
Yeah. Oh, I almost forgot. And at the very far end, where the chair is, right? On the right there, there's another room, but it's kind of just has a bunch of hay and kind of just rubbish. So,
Rubbish.
yes. Yeah, you know, trash. It's rubbish. DM
Is there any
on the
sign of our
record,
rat
it's
man?
like,
We see that the room looks as it is, right? So there is the hay, and then there's this it makes sense you said rubbish because this looks like leftover materials used to build stuff.
yeah. Okay. just
So
making
yeah,
sure.
rubbish isn't incorrect, but to be more specific, you could say like leftover building materials.
Okay, I was just making sure because I couldn't quite remember.
Yeah, no worries.
Yeah, so you're like, yeah, you know, rubbish. Not really trash, but you know, just leftover like wood and stuff like that.
So I heard Marcus ask if like there were any signs of the Ratman. Does the party know that we did not go the same way the Ratman did?
No.
Wanted to make sure.
The party is convinced, this is probably the way forward.
So it's supposed to go. I didn't see any scratch marks or nothing. If that's what you mean. Didn't see any holes either.
The storm's fucking.
Okay, congrats to her.
No, it just sounded like you were talking to her, and I was just like, no, she's fucking right now. She can't reply.
He was making a generalized statement.
You know, no, Marcus had asked
She
the
was
question,
talking to
so,
Marcus, yeah.
She's just
Oh, my
answering.
bad. I didn't hear Marcus ask the question. That's my bad.
It's a very like out of like left
Oh,
field like, statement, like,
Yeah,
It's like, are you rolling for this to be happening right now? Like, what's going on?
you roll something? Like, what
I don't have to roll anything. You failed to save.
I know that.
Like, you know what? You should totally roll for performance.
Oh my fucking god.
Things will happen when they happen. I will have her make rolls if she needs to. That is my bad. I did not hear Marcus ask the question, but yeah.
Oh, you're good. Yeah. So he's gonna kind of look at the rest of the fellows and be like, "Well, fellows, left or right?"
Let's just check it out.
Zed votes the right. Marcus, what do you vote?
talking about
Which-
when we're going to through this hall, or you're talking about my left? Where the chest
Yeah.
is?
So when you would be going, you would be facing the chair, right? So left would be the chest, and then right would be the other room.
And left.
Okay, cool. So you're voting the chest. Zed is voting for the hay room. So it's up to you two.
I mean, I'm kind of curious about that chair. Not gonna lie, it's weird.
Not you literally picking the middle.
It's weird.
Okay, so we can do a mini party split. Oris will investigate the chair. Marcus wants to investigate the chest. I'll have Zed do some rolls up here. Grandpa, who do you want to accompany?
I think he'd be a little more curious about the chest. Not gonna lie.
All right, cool. So Grandpa will go with Marcus. All right, but Zed's a real easy one. We'll just have him do some real quick stuff. This works. Ooh, if it does not, Zed, sorry about it. All right, he'll get that. He'd ask about that.
I thought
that.
in mind, I'm imagining like or six like older sibling mode. I can just see him being like, "Stay where I can see you." Just specifically to Zed. Like the other two, they're fine.
He's just in this hay room. You can see that he's under the biggest light source, kind of just looking around, taking notes.
I know, but I can see like Orsic just being like that. I'm like, "Hey, stay where I can see you."
All right, and then case something, and Z8 back at it again. Damn, sorry, buddy. All right, we will move laterally. So we're going to the chair now. Orsic, what do you want to know about this chair?
Sorry. What do I want to know about this chair? He said there was like blood on it and stuff.
Yes, as you get closer to the chair, you now understand what Grandpa means. Where it's a very bright red chair from where you were, you can now see that it wasn't always a red chair. This thing has covered in layers of blood, different kinds of blood, even. You can
It is
see
a vampire
that.
castle, so.
And what Grandpa said earlier makes a lot of sense too, as outside of where the chair and the podium, kind of the stage-esque thing it's on, right? We'll say that's like a mini, no, it's not a mini podium, but it's like basically like a mini stand, right? There's no blood outside of that. If you would wish to investigate it, you could roll me some survival, some survival, investigation, or insight.
I want to
One of
poke
the
it with
three.
a stick. Which one would that be?
Poking it with a stick
I guess the javelin, but you know.
not do anything. You can 100% poke it with a stick, but it won't do much. We can say you literally poke it with a stick, but nothing happens. Then I mean, Mark has also got a point. Depends on how hard you're poking it.
You said survival is one of the ones I can do.
Yes.
Okay, I think we will just do that then. Jesus Christ. Yeah, it's on par.
Poke it again. That's all you do with survival. You just poke it again. You're like, come on, do something.
Right, it's like if you're alive, do something.
Anything else you want to do?
Honestly, just knowing him, that's the extent of the investigation. Like, well, it didn't move when I poked it, so therefore, it's probably just a weird chair.
Probably is a very weird chair. All right, Grandpa and Marcus, you both are checking out the chest. So, as you approach the chest, do you do anything? Do you want to do anything real quick?
I want to ask Spud on his knowledge on mimics. If this is a mimic, how would you tell if it is a mimic?
Well, other than poking it really hard with a stick, I honestly couldn't really tell you, son. They're pretty good at their jobs, you know.
I'm gonna take my older normal greatsword and I'm just gonna poke it.
All right. Nothing happens.
I'm gonna try to swing at the lock there.
All right. Roll me a attack roll.
Hold on. I need to put this. Right. 30-20.
That's a pretty damn good attack. Nice. Roll me damage. It's a pretty damn good damage. All right. Yeah.
Alright,
You
if
break
it's
the
a
lock
mimic-
clean off.
Oh.
It's not a mimic. You just broke the
And
lock.
I'm gonna use like okay, so if it was a mimic, it would be attacking right now because that was. I'm gonna use my great sword to try to lift the lid there to see if it's like a trap or anything.
Forgot to mention, if it is a mimic, you should be careful because they're kind of known for eating weapons and stuff.
Oh, that's why I got my older great sword. I'm not gonna use my newer one.
Just letting you know.
Yeah, the newer one is kind of sick. Got a whole name and everything. As you attempt to stab through, are you stabbing very lightly, very heavily? Like, are you trying to just lift it? How are you prodding the lid open?
Just kind of like on the side there, trying to prod the lid open with the tip of the great sword.
Okay, so you're doing it very elegantly, very lightly. Okay.
Yeah, like if it is a trap, I don't want if it it's.
Trying not to immediately set it off.
Roll me a dexterity check.
Oh shit.
That is a save, but I'm pretty sure it's the same thing. Dex check is a 10. You don't see anything as you slowly prod it open. Grandpa, do you want to help assist in any way? Check for traps, or are you just gonna wait for whatever happens might happen?
You know, he's gonna hold on, Marcus. Freeze. And
Okay.
yeah, he's gonna inspect for traps and such.
Cool. Given that Marcus has got it at a steady open creek, you can give me either a investigation, a survival, or a dex check.
It's just the highest.
How you do oh no, that's probably where's my survival at? Oh, there you are. Bonk. Hey, let's go. 19.
Hey, that's
That
pretty
is a
good.
great roll. You will see that Marcus has just missed what looks like a small blue thread connecting the lid to the chest.
Ooh.
As you investigate, as you see where this blue thread goes, you see that underneath the kind of centerpiece of the chest looks to be a contraption that, when pulled upon, you can see the blue thread is connected to a ring that's kind of attached to a latch that looks like that, if opened, kind of yanks it out, and then things happen.
Ooh boy. He's like, Marcus, don't move.
Not moving.
I don't suppose you have anything that can disarm a trap, do you? He's gonna gesture to the where he sees gesture where he sees the blue thread. He's like, you just barely missed this little guy here.
I have a small knife. I have a. Antitoxin? I do have. um, maybe try to cut the thread with a small knife. I think that
Trigger it.
would.
You said if it's pulled, right? Like basically, if he were to open the chest completely, it would have triggered.
It would have gone off, yes.
Yeah. Okay. Mm, I don't think Spud knows like anything about traps is the thing. So he's just gonna go like,
Yeah, even with the time he spent with Felix, most of it he kind of had ready.
did it himself, yeah. It's like, I guess we could try to snip the thread here, but I'm not sure if that'll just trigger the mechanism regardless. So I definitely don't open that lid any further, though. If anything, might want to close. Maybe not close it for now. Give me 1 second, son. Just hang tight. And he's gonna. He has Tinker's tools. Would that help at all?
In this situation, no.
I just take it like yeah, because he doesn't have like a knife or anything. I mean, he has a sickle. Like I said, I don't think he has any knowledge of like traps or anything. So yeah, he's gonna go out and he's gonna kind of just check, kind of go through like the door frame there, and be like, "Oh, do either of you know anything about traps?"
Zed peeks is like, huh? Yeah, what's up? You need
Uh,
help, Gramps?
yeah. We could use a hand here real quick, son. Me and Marcus found a trap in this big chest I mentioned.
Oh, okay.
It's not a
Kind of
big
Zed kind of
trap.
scurries over. Uh as Zed gets closer, he's kind of yeah. Masashi and I spent a lot of time when he came back home. He kind of helped me figure out how to disable traps. So what's going on?
Well, you see, pretty sure if we were to pull on that, it would trigger.
Oh, so it's like a. Is it attached to like a ring latch thing?
Right over there. He's gonna like point to where like the rest of it is.
Oh, okay. I got this. You'll see Zed kind of go under. You've given him information, so it would be this. Well, not a lot, but it's enough to get a basic understanding. So Zed will very crudely, like you kind of see him get his hands in the crevice Marcus makes. He gets there. He kind of feels around the trap, very like lightly. He's like, "Oh, yep, nope, there's that." He feels around. He's like, "Well, Gramps, it looks like there were more than one thread. Looks like if we moved the chest at all, it might have gone off." Wow, this is. It's not. It doesn't give off any magic I can see. What's can you see what's underneath this? I'm not getting a really good look at this.
Hold on. Take a peek under there.
Cool. So what you see on the bottom half looks like a series of documents, scrolls, and other um different papers that look. From the words you can see, they're written in several different languages, and they look dated. Organized by dates, kind of dated, not like old dated.
Well, I see a lot of papers and scrolls, and they look like they have dates on them.
Oh, so I'm guessing this is a fire trap. It goes off and burns everything inside. Do we want to open this or do we want to leave it alone?
Is there any way to dismantle it?
Yeah, I can. You would lift it just a little more. Grandpa and I can go through some stuff. As long as we make sure not to touch the latch, we should be fine.
Right.
Okay. So Gramps, you're going to just basically mimic me, and we're going to do this thing, okay?
Hey, if this is a fire trap and you have your moonsicle, do you just freeze the papers?
It's a will to freeze the papers.
Well, if it blows up and it's like fire and won't get burned? I mean, it's just an idea.
My
Wouldn't that
moonsicle
waterlog the
doesn't.
papers?
It would do
Yeah,
that
true.
too, but my moonsicle doesn't freeze stuff.
What does it do?
Healing.
Oh,
Not
that's
to
sick.
mention, not to mention, it's a very handy, farming weapon. He's like, or farming tool, and he, swings it back and forth. Good for harvesting.
Yeah,
meat.
watch the face there, Gramps. Watch the face. You're a little close.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Yeah, that reminds me.
But no.
After this chest, I gotta heal myself.
You probably should have did that before this. Anyways, are we opening this?
Yeah, we're trying to open
Okay,
it, but not in a way that makes it blow up.
Yeah, you're just gonna creak it a little more, and then Gramps and I get in there.
Got it.
All right, cool. So you'll lift it a little more. You'll get into an angle. Spud, you and I are going to roll both sleight of hands with advantage, and we'll go from there. Okay.
Okay.
He trying to get everything out of there.
And whoop. Let's go, baby. That is a nat 20.
Great. You and Zed do a fantastic job. Mainly you than Zed. Zed told you to shadow him, but you are kind of like you kind of clear the first one, so he's now following your lead. Be like, oh shit. As you disarm the trap, congratulations. You gained from this trap a flame grenade.
Ooh.
I will give it to you later. Good job.
Sweet.
As you
Shit.
open and the chest kind of opens ajar, and boom, you see all these different documents. Kind of.
You should probably take this. Probably have like some
Why?
important information.
I don't know if we can.
The whole thing?
I need the paper, not the chest.
Yeah, but do you see how much paper is in here? It fills the chest.
It's supposed to like kind of look at the paper and like, son, your armor does a lot of things. And it's really cool. But I don't think it has the pockets for all of this.
Well, let's check to see which is the most important papers. There's like a few spell scrolls, or maybe like critical information about the castle that we're probably gonna need.
Do you want to take the time to read all of that?
Hey, no, you're stuck with a chair.
We're letting.
I'm pretty sure I can hear them.
Now when you poke in this chair, waiting for it to move.
Why does that make? Okay, yeah, I was like, why does that make me deaf?
Like, come on, do something.
Because you're deep in thought.
Because you're focused, you're waiting for it to move.
Oh man.
Obviously, Chucky, you can help him.
Alright, Spud can also go back like, well, we're letting Storm do her thing.
Speaking of,
Yep.
He's brewing up a storm.
oh my god, Storm, roll me a con save, please.
Con save. Okay.
Okay, cool. You do your absolute best to make sure your companions can't hear how things are going.
I'm trying to be considerate.
Try it. You both have got your hands on each other's mouth. So yes, party. Yeah, Storm is doing Storm.
Storm is doing Storm. Anyway, so yeah, you're
Storm
gonna
is
take the
becoming
time to read. You're gonna take the time to read all those papers. That we're on a time crunch.
Well,
I mean-
doing her thing. I feel like we at least got that much time left, right?
How long does Storm take to do? Her
I was
thing?
gonna say, yeah, it's like considering we all live together, like, are
For
the
a
adults
decent
aware
time.
of how long she sometimes do things?
Well, I could use
Yes.
Arcana.
I was going to say the
God.
unfortunate answer is probably Gramps because he was on the same floor.
The unfortunate answer.
Even then,
is
like we all live
sometimes
together.
sometimes Zed's not home, and there's that little bit of guilt just gone. You know, you don't want to wake the boy. But then when the boy's gone, it's like, well, there's only adults in this house, and they better mind their damn business. I think the only one who doesn't know is the people who aren't here. So not Zed, but Misashi and Kill.
Yeah. Okay, so that being said, Storm.
Yeah.
Like, I don't know. Yeah, it's like how long are your usual escapades?
On average, how long do you go for? How long do you last on average?
She's like 25 seconds.
You should totally roll a D100 or something.
Is that okay for me to do, DM? That's actually not a terrible idea.
Roll me a d4.
Only a D4? Okay.
A D4. Okay.
Oh shit.
So, what's 4?
Is that 4 hours or 4 minutes?
4 seconds.
4 hours.
4 hours. Oh,
I
You just are laughing. God damn, bro.
right, like round of applause, because goddamn, I'd be bored after a little bit. Like, bro, like, are you done?
He's just like,
I have
Jesus.
things to do.
the storm has become a hurricane.
Oh man. So yeah, it's in response to Spud's comment, just just gonna make a face like,
Zed ask, how long does Storm usually go for?
I feel like everybody's
You
like,
don't
just
need to
cover
know
up
that.
your ears.
Well, I mean, like, we're being considerate. Like, what do you mean?
I mean, you
I
can
mean,
try
we can
yelling
wait a
at her
little
to
bit,
stop.
just there's that bit of like Orsa where he's like yeah, this isn't my sibling, and like he's almost an adult, but then it's also like
You don't need to know this shit.
you don't need to know that.
It's like,
So
do you
yeah, I feel like
really
it's just like
know?
staring at him, just kind of like
Yes, you're looking at little old bug eyes Zed being like, we can wait, right? Like, she doesn't take that long, right? I mean, we just going through a few documents, and she'll be over when she's done, right?
She'll be over when she's done, alright.
Right? Right?
I think I had.
I was like,
Oh, the innocence.
I might have a better gift. Hold on.
We're just gonna like pat him on the shoulder. Like, son, you better get comfortable. We gonna be here a while.
No, I mean, the ground's kind of nice. Is that chair cool? Is that a nice chair, Sid?
Is the chair available?
Maybe don't touch it. I don't know yet.
You
we
can
Didn't
help me
move,
just.
but
I think like
Is it
at
just
the
a
times.
Something wrong with the chair?
well, it's caked in blood.
Oh.
Cake
How long-
is a
No.
word.
How long does that take?
Are any spikes on it?
Sorry, what?
I don't think flies get down here.
Yeah, maybe
Roll-
just don't touch it.
Yeah. I'm gonna roll
Heard.
an Arcana check to see if there's like any like magical scrolls in the chest just for time's sake.
So, no.
About that.
I'm the DM. I tell you what to roll when.
All right.
If you all want to go through and rummage through the scrolls and try to find something, you let me know. Right now, you are deciding whether or not to do that or to stop Storm from doing whatever the fuck Storm's doing.
I'm not touching that.
I mean, you were staring hard enough.
Fair enough.
Yeah, no, again, I feel like Spudge is like, nope, no, not even gonna.
He's like, I'm staying on this side of the fence.
I'm staying right over here. It's like, she can do whatever she wants to do. I'm gonna read. I'm gonna read over some of these documents.
Okay, that's 2 people in the document so far.
I mean, if we
Zed rolls
want,
the documents.
I feel like Orza gets zero qualms about going over there and be like, "Hey, we're leaving."
If you want to, dog.
Yeah, so it's like if we're going, like
Orsic is
They-
gonna be the
they're
one to
gonna-
drag her kicking and screaming.
Right
I
now,
doesn't give a
the
fuck.
3 of them are rummaging through the chest. So if you want to do that as they're rummaging through, if you want to check out some of the other stuff, this is all dependent on you, friend.
I feel like this is like he's gonna have to roll an initiative because like he interrupted their time.
I don't think that's gonna have to happen because me and Orsic have fought before. He could literally pick me up and throw me if he wanted.
Orsic
Yeah,
will
but you have
throw
to-
you in the water.
but-
I still have like some time for water breathing. That potion
but-
lasts a whole hour.
Yeah,
Yeah,
but
it
he'll
does.
have to fight you naked.
That's his qualms about it. I know
Uh-huh.
he's not into this type of person.
Yeah, but when he gets angry, it don't matter what kind of person you are.
if they're
No
naked-
matter what kind of creature you are. At that point.
I guess I can go check out that other room that Zed was in earlier while they're reading
While they're doing
papers. Yeah.
Bet. All right, cool. So everybody else right now, specifically that's going to be Marcus and Spud. You're going to roll me investigation, history, or Arcana checks. Go for it. Whichever one.
God damn it!
I'm glad Zed's got this, because holy shit.
I feel disappointed.
Yeah, at least you didn't get a 1.
Where are the dice like that?
Spud, the dates you read, oh, that was yesterday,
No.
right? Shit.
Some of these words. That's
Wait.
a lot of numbers.
Look at these numbers.
Hey, wait a minute. How do we know what year it is?
I mean, we've only been here for like a
there are
week.
there are calendar years and stuff. We just don't
Yeah.
talk about it because you don't adventure within more than a year time frame so far. It's been 6 months. Years would matter more in campaigns that span longer than the current year, right?
I meant more like the dating system. Like, does anyone know what kind of calendar system that any of us have? We don't even know what year.
Yeah, I mean,
yeah, I would
there is
assume
the
there's like
calendar
a
system.
standard, like a standard
Yeah, I mean,
calendar we all use.
There were festivals.
Like
and
we
stuff,
know
so
when, yeah, like we know
clearly a
when like
calendar system.
festivals and holidays are. Like we celebrated Christmas
And Halloween.
And Thanksgiving.
and
Y'all had a
didn't we
harvest
like
festival.
call it like I was like, didn't we call it like a harvest thingy?
It was a
Like we
harvest
did
festival, yeah.
that, and Halloween
We did. Yeah.
and New Year's.
Yes.
We're aware of holidays, so yeah, like there's some sort of standard calendar year.
There's a framework of calendar years that
Yeah.
does exist. Yes. That being said, Zed finds interesting things. We will. Would there be anything else like that? Nope. This is strictly that. Alright, cool. Orse. Earlier I had Zed
Yes.
roll. Earlier I had Zed roll a history because
Mhm.
he was looking at trying to figure out what the leftover materials specifically were for. If you want to make me a similar roll, but you could make it like a masonry roll, you would get advantage. So you'd basically roll
I guess
d20
investigate
plus
the
proficiency. Yeah, like because you see the pile of
rubble
rubble
and
here,
stuff,
right?
yeah.
Yeah, like if you
Okay.
want to make a similar check to what Zed did, you can.
Okay, so D20 and then my proficiency.
Yes, ma'am.
Cool. Whee. So that's 16
dirty.
plus 4, dirty 20.
Nice. You can see that this kind of brick and mortar, is it used for specifically building underneath stuff? They're not good for foundation. They're not good for holding dirt and specifically waterways. So you can tell that these were moved here from somewhere else, specifically very high up, because you can see that parts of the leftover wood were already painted to match parts of the tower areas. And then earlier, he made an investigation check on the hay. If you want to do that as well, or a survival check, go right ahead. Jesus
What's a
Christ.
19 get me?
A 19 gets you that was moved.
It was moved?
It was moved here earlier today.
Oh, wait, like I can tell like it was today, like recent?
Yeah.
Oh
As
shit.
in hours ago.
Can I tell from like what direction?
Yeah, I mean, it leads out of this room
Mhm.
towards this little gate here. Not the waterway gate, but the one leading closer towards the stairwell, this double-sided gate.
Sided gate.
I'll join the whiteboard real quick so I can show you.
Also, chat, fun fact, don't get hay wet. It can catch fire.
Hey, what?
Don't get hay wet. Like as it
Can
dries, it
catch
can catch fire. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. Like that over there. Bet. Okay. It's like in the direction where Storm and her friend and herself are hanging out.
Yes. You were just, oh my.
What's amazing,
Oh
I drew that
my.
yesterday before all that crap happened. So it manifested.
Yeah, right? Like you just
Oh
knew.
my.
Okay, but the hay goes in that direction. Okay.
Yep.
Anything else that I can investigate?
There's a weird smell on the hay. If you want to check what that is, you would roll me animal handling, or survival, or nature.
I think survival's my best. Let me see. Animal handling's not too bad. Gonna keep up with survival though. Never mind. It's a weird smell.
It's a weird smell. Maybe Grandpa knows.
That's true. Hey, Hale.
And the grandpa does have a really big nose. What's up?
There's a smell on this.
He's gonna kind of like look at him and be like, "Son, this is some kind of prank."
No.
It's like, okay, he's gonna go over to the other room. It's like, to be honest, I can't really read much of these documents anyway.
He's gonna point to the hay and he's gonna be like, so this was dragged in today. But it's got a weird smell on it. Do you know what it is? I can't figure it out.
Okay. He's gonna take a big ol' whiff with his nose. Just that.
All right, got the same thing. Animal handling, survival, or nature.
Let's go, baby.
That is a 19. Good shit. It smells of fields of you specifically, Spud, can tell that like especially recently, right? There's a different smell from when plants grow in the Underdark. Like the fungi here, just the what's the term? The flora life here. There's a different smell that comes with that kind of nature. To where you can't kind of or the way that they extract light in food is different, so their overall like smell and vibe are different. This smells like the surface.
It's like home.
This smells specifically like the by Ivonia.
Original home.
That's crazy.
How did it get there?
He's gonna kind of like take a double take, right? Because that's pretty wild.
Yeah.
But
As you
it's
take a
like-
double take, this smell intensifies almost like you can tell that this smell smells familiar. It's the same smell that one time y'all had helped me Dimitri open up that one fucking latch to that dude's bakery thing. You have something
Oh
very
yeah, Orsic wasn't
distinct
there for
whiff
that
of
adventure.
He was not.
No,
Bud
that was a
gonna go
Vox
like,
adventure.
"That's Interesting.
Yes, I remember. He was not.
Yeah, sniff, 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 sniff. Like, it smells kind of like home. And
Nani?
this smells like a bonia. Definitely didn't
What's
come
it-
from down here.
What's it doing down here?
Your guess is as good as mine, son.
I don't know, like, the implications of this.
The Underdark is massive.
Why on earth would they need hay specifically from there?
I know that was Bunneth, the player, responding, but
I, as the
the
DM, almost
Underdark's
reacted.
massive. It's like, what kind of talk is going on over there?
I, as the DM, was almost like, "Shut up!" Like,
Like, hush you.
Oh, not even that. I'm just imagining like that was Storm, and it was just like, what the fuck kind of dirty talk's happening over there? What does that mean?
I mean,
It means there's a wide variety of Underdark.
It is a shape-shifting doppelganger thing. Who knows?
She is a shapeshifter.
talking
Oh, no.
telepathically to y'all while this is happening. That's what.
He's like,
It's
I'm
just a
making sure
fun-
you guys are comfortable. How dare you leave this area?
How dare you invade my brain?
How dare you try to cockblock me?
Exactly.
I wouldn't be surprised that part of the Underdark leads right to backguards to our own town. Which begs the question, like, if this came from our place, our city, then why is it even here? Are we gonna fight someone that we know? Like, gonna be like some guy from the city that we know ends up being the vampire lord?
That would be
Well, I mean,
crazy.
even if that were the case, why would they want hay specifically from there?
Why would they go through all the trouble to bring it here?
Exactly.
Like, didn't it take us like out of character? It took us like what, a week to get here by airship. We have a pretty fast one.
Yes.
Okay, yeah. So in character, yeah, it took us like a week to get here, and the hot pocket's pretty fast.
I forgot we named it the Hot Pocket.
SS Hot Pocket, baby.
That's hot pocket.
Like I said, a hot minute.
And not to mention it, it's been,
As
goodness, I don't even know how many days since we've been down here just to get here. Now, granted, we didn't really know where we were going, but still, a lot of trouble just for some hay.
It'd be like a
Do we
supply
know-
run.
Do we notice anything else from Evonia, or can we like investigate to see?
sure, you can all reinvestigate whatever's in the room. You just gotta point it out to me. Look at the room and see what you want to investigate.
You know, Spud's gonna take his sickle, and he wants to kind of like dig around the hay, see if there's anything under it.
I'm gonna investigate the papers again. Maybe like there's like paperwork involving our town.
Okay, somebody's investigating papers. I'm gonna have Zed help you out with that, considering he found out some stuff earlier.
Yeah.
You wanted to dig around the hay, you said, Ed?
Yes, I did.
All right, cool. What are you looking for specifically, might I add? May I ask?
Well, I mean, the whole thing smells like a bonia, right? He's gonna see if there's any sort of like, I guess memorabilia is probably the best way to describe it. Like, see if he can find like, did this come from like? Is there anything else in here that could possibly be from a bonia? Like,
Oh, like if the hay was being used to like cushion stuff.
yeah.
I got you.
Okay. That can be a thing. And what are you gonna do, Horse?
What's that green thing?
That green thing looks like some old. Let's see. What is that note? Note say. Oh, that is. What? Okay.
Investigating the green thing.
Green thing is specific farmland excavated from somewhere.
It's farmland?
It is specifically soil.
Huh.
Like that. Holy shit, that's grass. Like actual grass.
That is actual grass.
Someone, like, the vampire lord stole someone's lawn?
This vampire
Sure.
lord's petty as fuck. There's a petty ass vampire lord. Hey Storm, could you make me another con save?
Yep.
What kind of vampire, like, goes to someone's yard and steals it?
You two are great at keeping it quiet. That is all I can say to that.
No, we just only feel the tremors in the ground.
Oh no, if you start feeling tremors, it's I don't.
They're going crazy if you start hearing tremors, dude.
Right.
Earthquake!
Alright, cool. So, for everybody investigating stuff, Horse, we'll start with you. You're gonna roll nature, survival, animal handling.
Give animal handling a try. What's a 17 get me?
A 17 will get you that this is farmland. Specifically, you will remember that the one of the first missions you ever took was towards the barb, right? That's
Yeah.
bonus
Stop the
brownie
barb
points.
demon.
Brownie points if you remember which way from the city that was.
Oh, which way? I feel like a lot of shit happens at the west side, like the west gate. Was it around there?
It was incorrect. It was the east. A lot of shit
Okay.
happened on the east side. The west was where I was trying to get y'all to go, but y'all wouldn't go because that was the Aboleth way.
Mm.
But this feels very similar to lands you've walked. Where those cattle used to roam. It feels very similar to that.
Okay.
Next up, we'll do Grandpa. Grandpa, you're investigating the hay for either memorabilia or something of that nature to get like a post-it of what happened to it. So, investigation, survival, or history.
Detective Spud is on the case. Let's go.
Detective Spud will see that these were delivered in hay barrels, right? So, like hay that's made into the barrels. You'll recognize that this is privatized because of the way that some of the hay looks, right? It's like top notch hay. It's like, you don't leave some of the little shitty ones there because they're used to feed like A+ level critters. Like it's one of those super fancy bougie things that rich people do. We want the best of the best. We want the best hay.
Okay.
Also steal someone's best of the best front yard.
We need soil. Gotta grow that shit.
Like there's still. I bet you there's a part of someone's picket fence still on that grass.
You know what I can give you here, Spud? If you can roll me, what is your chef modifier? We're just gonna give you proficiency. If you could roll me, we're gonna roll with the chef skill here, so it's gonna be just a D20.
Okay.
Plus your proficiency. If you could roll me that real quick.
Okay. Oh.
No, that's fine. Your proficiency is a +4, so it's 13. That's actually enough. The DC was 11.
Okay.
You get to know here that when you've baked back then, right, back at home, back at the home base, a lot of the stuff you got from either the tavern or from merchants, you didn't use any of this stuff. Like, this is stuff that you purposely stayed away from because this looks like privatized farmland. You know what I mean? Like, this wasn't available to the public. This is a private distributor.
Interesting.
Yeah. All right, cool. We will go to Marcus. Marcus, you wanted to investigate in case things happen with people from back home. So you're going to roll me either a history, a survival, or an investigation. One of those three. And you'll roll me with advantage because Zed had found something earlier that revealed to the squad yet.
Rolling survival.
I see. 13. All right, cool. So Zed's winter roll history with advantage. All right, cool. That's an 11. It's fine. The other thing happened earlier. So you, both of you together, find that there are records of deals, not exclusively with hay though, but there's records of buying in bulk merchandise from Evonia. Here, they've bought what looks to be in bulk a lot of hunting equipment. So a lot of ropes, a lot of traps, a lot of um, caltrops, and all this stuff like that.
I got a bad feeling about this.
So we're gonna need a bigger boat.
There's a list of a lot of hunting equipment and weapons being purchased. Feeling like this vampire lord is like planning on some great hunt or is doing something involving hunting or involved with hunting.
Hey, well, you think he's planning on having a bunch of bread with that? Cause this this here's some top notch stuff. He's like gesturing to the hay.
Sounds like there's an operation he's planning to um, capture something alive, or is about to. Because this is a list of purchases of a lot of hunting equipment. Like, there's a lot.
Character just thinking about a vampire keeping track of his taxes so the IRS doesn't show up.
So hunting equipment, like this plot of land, and then really expensive hay.
Private hay.
This is some sort of
Well, you see, it's like proceeds to explain, like, yeah, no, this is from a private source. You can't find this kind of top-notch hay in public.
rich people, hey?
Rich people hay.
Damn.
So whatever they're planning on hunting, I'm not sure if they're planning on killing it right away.
Like a great hunt thing going on?
Who knows? Maybe if we look around a bit more, we'll find something. Maybe even a way out of here, because I don't know about
Yeah.
y'all, but this place giving me the creeps.
Agreed.
I'm like trying to put it together out of character. And I feel like Orsi probably might come to the same conclusion, but like it seems like something was going to be kept here, and whatever it is, definitely land dwelling at least. So I'm just trying to think of like, I mean, he doesn't know what the fuck is down here though, or maybe up there. Like, what what would a vampire lord want to bring down here and like keep alive?
Food
You know?
supplies.
Maybe captured people.
Private Hay is a funny idea. I just saw the gift. I was like, Private Hay is really fucking funny. Just like,
That's
wow.
absolutely what Orsic was doing. Like, what?
I was over here like, what was I
funny.
writing?
It's still funny that this vampire lord stole someone's front yard.
It is also funny to think that he like just stole somebody's whole garden.
Yeah. But then, see, that's so weird because like specifically from Ivonia and like why couldn't he just take it from, I don't know, somewhere closer?
Is there like any local creatures around our town that probably would interest in vampire lord hunt?
You said local creatures?
We did say local
I think he
creatures.
means local to Ivonia though.
No, that's what I'm saying. Like local creatures interested in a vampire lord?
No, like local creatures that a vampire lord is interested in hunting. Like
Oh.
probably something we haven't seen.
You mean other than humans?
Oh,
Which he can get from down here or up.
Considering he has thousands, I'm thinking like something bigger, something more animalistic.
How big is this room? Out of character?
The room you're in currently, the Hay?
Mm-hmm.
15 by 15.
That's pretty big.
Yeah.
Is it funny that
Aw.
unironically I wanted to say Bessie?
Actually, no. This was like a 30 by 30.
Wait,
30
this
by
better not
30.
be involving like Kilgo's cow.
Oh, we already set that thing free. Don't you remember?
Oops.
Is this out of character?
His dad walks in with a book like, yeah, we did that before we left. We did that before we went to go fight Volo. What a guy.
That shit was so funny too. Like I remember that. I was just like, go home.
Yeah, they like took her home. The show was hilarious. Y'all went out of your way during the siege to be like, hold on, you get home.
Like, get out of here. Okay, because I think someone pointed out that like we basically stole it, and then like the cow just didn't leave, and it's like, oh man, how are we supposed to get out of here? I'm like, wait, I can just talk to it. Just go home.
You're
That
like,
was
"Go
the
home."
funniest bit because you had just gotten home from work too, and you're like, "Wait, we can talk with this." Like, "Oh yeah, you have speak with animals." Wait, I have speak with animals.
Get out of here. Go home.
Poor thing was
Gotta
just
love it.
lost.
All right.
I don't know why.
Okay. So 30 by 30 room, patch of land from very specific place, expensive hay, private hay.
Best way to describe it by the sounds of it, yeah.
Yeah, no, I got you. It's a very funny way to categorize it. I know what you mean though. It's just, high end. It's pricey. And then hunting equipment. Or well, I guess receipts for hunting equipment because it's not in here.
Because maybe their business.
What?
I don't know. Like the end of that cut out M, so we all just like.
Oh shit, I forgot I was muted. Yeah, whenever you buy stuff specifically for a business, like while you're doing your taxes.
Oh, there's write-offs.
Vampires have
Write-offs,
tax write-offs.
like no, these fucking tax write-offs.
Like on one hand, I do want to know what this room's for, but on the other hand, I don't really see what it has to do with anything, unless like we're gonna end up fighting whatever is in this room.
Must not
Or
Alucard
it was
fails
supposed
his
to be in the
mission.
room.
I don't think that
Actually,
would be
that's
the case.
assuming it's, like I'm assuming maybe it's herbivore, considering there's a giant patch of grass here.
Like a hunt cows.
Why not?
Why would a vampire lord want to hunt a cow?
For
Why would he go
food.
out of his way to bring a patch of land that specifically was like, yeah, you said that it felt like the farmland where the cattle and stuff were, right?
Yep.
Okay, yeah, so why would he want farmland specifically from like a cattle farm, or at least one that has livestock, from a place that's like at least a week away on a pretty fast ship?
Well, I don't know. Seems kind of weird to hunt for it. I mean, couldn't he just take it if he's so powerful?
That would make a lot of sense, but this doesn't make a lot of sense. Maybe a minotaur? I don't know.
That's weird.
Out of character
Was I the only one?
minotaurs.
Was I the
Well,
only one that
no,
thought
that's
about the people that were minotaurs?
Yeah, the cult.
The
Well, the Colts
unfortunate
turned them into
townsmen?
minotaurs.
Yeah, but I mean, that was just one instance. Like maybe there are other
Yeah, that poor
sects
guy
of the
died.
cult.
Several
guy
poor
did
guys
die.
died.
It's like y'all took just random horns off these people.
We didn't know they were
Y'all
people.
did. That shit was crazy.
We didn't know they were people.
I think this was before like Spud was actively in the group, but yeah, we were supposed to go and
this was
investigate a
back
cult.
when we had like one-off sessions where y'all just did shit and then went back home.
Yeah.
This was one
We
of
were
the
supposed
monster of the week sessions, and this was very like Minotaur coded, so I like put them in a labyrinth and they had to fight this big gray Minotaur at the end. Shit was crazy.
Turns out the Minotaur
It's
wasn't a
pretty fun.
Minotaur.
Turns out those Minotaur were cursed dudes. And that once they killed the big gray one, all the other ones turned back to dudes.
And then promptly died.
And then they died.
Awkward.
Because they had been there for too long.
Was wild, especially considering some of them were elves.
Yeah.
Crazy times. But yeah, so that came to mind, and then I don't know, I'm just kind of thinking like, how much does the party know about like Minotaur? Like, is that is that just a creature that like wanders around and like hangs out like in everyday society, or is it just kind of like?
No, specifically, like that was a situation where I let Marcus take the lead on lore there, because like they're infamous in Greek mythology, right?
Mm-hmm.
So that was a situation where it was like they are like they're still like they're categorized as monsters, right? Like kind
Okay.
of in everyday society.
Mhm.
And y'all took the job because Marcus knew a lot about this particular monster.
Okay.
Sounds about right.
So Marcus could have a point. Maybe Minotaur. I mean, cattle field patch.
Yeah, I really want to spoil that Minotaur then.
Storm, could you make me another con save?
Yep. Nope.
Oh no.
Oh lord.
Suddenly the floor shook.
It's not the floor shaking, but there were sounds that I can only say like describe this with two words. Those are demon moans.
Oh man. Okay.
Storm's having a great time, everybody.
That's all we need to know. But it's covering his ears now.
Zed is also covering his ears, like Zed's like, what is happening to her? Oh, we're covering her ears. Okay, sure.
Like,
What is happening to her?
Marcus like contemplates like, Hershey's not a worshiper of Aphrodite.
No.
I don't know who that
If
is.
Aphrodite had sex all the time.
She is the goddess of love.
No. Takuma knows who that is. That was an in character. Okay,
The moments have
So,
subsided.
I like slowly like unplug his ears. Like, okay. Anyway.
Back to the topic at hand here.
Just real quick question for the DM. I'm sorry to like stay off track for just a second longer. I don't remember this particular piece of information about the doppelgangers coming up.
So,
Does it sound like Storm 2?
no, you are making the sounds.
No, I know
You
that,
failed
but the
con save.
doppelganger.
She passed.
No, but like, does the doppelganger have an actual voice besides just the telepathy?
Yes, and yes, she does mimic yours.
Okay, so as far as the party knows, that could be either one.
Sure.
If you want to
You
go
can
that way.
blame it on them if you want. Yeah.
No, I just thought it'd be funny.
Right. You could say that was them. Excuse you.
Carry on.
Alright.
Now. You're good. I just wanted to
No,
ask
you're
that.
good. You just
okay. Keep investigating this or just leave it be. Group vote.
Leave it be. I guess we could check out that other little room I mentioned, the one that I thought had nothing in it, but it was also blocked off, so I don't know, maybe extra pair of eyes might help.
Sure.
Zed reveals he's got a book in his lap, and it's got interesting stuff in it. He found this earlier.
What you got there, Zed?
So this is the DM is where I'm going to say I'm going to yap for a little bit, and then we're going to call it for the night. It's getting to that time.
Okay.
So earlier, Zed had found this really big kind of hardback book. Specifically written in Sylvan, right? So super fancy Elvish that we've talked about. So here, as he's going through the pages, he recognizes that he's revealing to you all too that this is a this is a myriad of things, right? This is kind of a whole bunch of things conglomerated into one. This is a history book, a timeline book, a family tree book, like a genealogy book, and kind of a personal memoir at the end. Like there's a lot of things going on in this book.
Wow.
So first we'll kind of drag you through who this book belongs to, which is Raphael's dad, who he's come to find out is named Diego. Specifically, Diego. Let's see here. Savantata.
Just hear like the strum of a guitar. He said that.
That's a cool ass name. Savantara.
He goes through the family lineage of how like this predates him, and he only knows it's Diego's dad because or he only knows it's Raphael's dad because Diego had filled in Raphael's name with his branch, right? He kind of has him and a girl named Amelia, so AME. So it's little Amelia kind of attached to Diego's name, and between them is Raph's name. He reveals like I think this is his parents. It says here that the Savantata family have they used to live in this really rich district in Avonia. Guys, I think we were at this house before. He shows you a picture, and this goes way back, but if any of you remember that one rich house you had to investigate, the haunted house.
Where we had to fight our doppelgangers, and then fucking what's his face? I remember his face. Felix like set a thing on fire.
Yes.
And then I got an extra ghost.
This is where you pick up your extra ghost. The haunted house episode from way back when is
Yeah,
He shows you a
first
picture of
haunted
it.
house
Oh
episode.
god damn, we were in their house.
That was a
He's
long
like,
time ago. Wow.
yeah. So he's like, yeah, this is their fountain. This is the house. It looks much better taken care of. It also actually looks a little smaller. This is before they had increased and subsidized those ballrooms and those extra rooms. You saw the extra wings. And you
Yeah.
see that it really started as a small family with a huge patch of land that they were. It looks like they were breeding horses. They just a simple family life. He
God.
goes to explain that Diego's family specifically, were kind of famed cavaliers at one point. They had raised like these war steeds, and when war had subsided, or when simply put, what's it called, arms dealing in those cases had slowly and steadily started to dwindle down, they had changed to race horses, jockeys, and whatnot. But with a change of interest also came the change of lifestyle, change of housing. And as the family chose to expand, they chose to, kind of invest into the real estate more. Diego kind of found himself backing a little bit from their shared dream, and he wanted to find something of his own. And so he would travel. He became an adventurer, traveled, and oftentimes he would go to this small little village to the east, and here he met this lovely little farmer. And together they slowly would just build a peaceful life together. And like they would eventually have a little Raphael. He would kind of doctrine that this was over hundreds of years ago. Like we're talking about like at least 250. And as you can tell though that, or Zed could tell that, as he's kind of reiterating everything, he's like, but it looks that he writes differently here. As you turn the page, it's much more sophisticated than it was before. Before it had like pictures and kind of little anecdotes of like, this is where this happened, this is a little thing here. Here it's like day one, moon one, yada yada. It's very precise, and it's here that goes into detail. He revisited kind of this memoir ages after. Raphael's already an adult, but his wife is sick. His wife, something's happening to his wife, and he's beginning to document things that are happening, right? Her condition, her the steps he's taking to medicate her. So this goes on for several pages. Her condition begins and slowly and steadily deteriorates over the course of roughly 3 years. And this man had gone from this he had reconnected to his noble lifestyle so that he could continue to pay for his efforts to fundraise and finance his research into this medical field. And Raphael was doing his best to just keep his mother healthy. There are documents here that there are at times where Diego thought of himself as less of a man than his own son, because his son is at the position that he should be. He is catering to us. He is helping. I am simply staring at data and hoping this works. I am praying this works instead of continuously taking care of my wife. And it gets to a small point at the end of this part of it. He discovers vampirism.
Oh boy.
And he says, in a bone-chillingly kind of final sentence, if she goes, the world goes with her. And as he flips the page, it's kind of the picture six. The first thing you see is a picture of of the current castle you're in. Kind of the same picture I sent her. And here, His dad kind of dictates that it's almost robotic, which how he sounds here. It seemed that more and more of his humanity had drained him. And at the end of the first chapters, it describes the castle. You now have a better understanding of how the castle works once you leave this room and you get to the courtyard. From there, you'll have a better understanding of this castle, given this book. It reveals here that he's creating this memoir because he didn't know that his son also underwent vampirism, but that the world itself failed his wife. So he will make sure the world fails again and again and again for every other person out there.
What a
It says
ass.
he's a very petty man all of a sudden.
Mm-hmm.
And the final line written near the end, it's a small family portrait with just looks to be a younger Diego, a young Amelia before she got sick, and a baby Raphael, signed in a script that was very similar to the beginning. What is this? It is... It is signed Miteroso. Or Mitesoro. My bad. It is signed as Mitesoro. And that is where we're going to end session for today.
I was gonna say
Plot is plotting.
the plot is plotting, and I can already imagine Spud being like sad, but also just like really disappointed in the guy. Cause like his wife got really sick and she passed away, but you don't see him going crazy and killing people.
Go, evil druid, go.
But over there, like, judging.
I mean, yeah, I feel like Spud has a right to judge in this case, because again, like it's a very similar situation, but you're just like, don't fucking do that. It's like, no, bad Diego. Guitar strums.
But yes, that is everything I have planned. Right?
Woo!
Questions, comments, concerns?
I always have concerns. I mean,
I
not
hope
for the
so.
session.
But yes, how was fun little drop at the only going.
Excuse me?
You're breathing really bad.
Oh my
Discord did
bad.
not
I
like
was
you.
I was looking away from my mic. How was fun little lore drop? Hopefully you guys are able to piece some stuff together.
Yeah.
And knowledge.
Not
Was
the
fun.
age.
Did enjoy.
All right. Yep.
Have thoughts.
That's all I've got for you guys tonight. Next week, still look good for everybody. The week after Easter.
I'm good.
I'm fine. I don't really have any plans for Easter. Other than maybe queuing it up. Like I can see us barbecuing or something. Like here, like at home.
I thought you were. I've been watching people play Dead by Daylight, so I'm over here like, when do you get that game in?
Somehow.
Why are we playing it for Easter only? You queue up to play the game.
I also heard queuing up, yeah.
Yeah, so I was like, oh, okay, and I've been watching people play Dead by Daylight, so I'm just over here like, what the fuck? Yeah, barbecue, yeah. But that's not what I thought at first. So I was like, why are we only playing Dead by Daylight on Easter?
Exactly what we're doing. We're
Only on Easter do we play Dead by Daylight in this household.
in remembrance of Jesus and his sacrifice.
It's like, because Jesus isn't going to be the next killer, so we gotta remember him somehow.
Oh my god, that would be wild.
Somehow.
that would be the worst day. They would get shit on. Holy shit.
I mean, honestly, I thought their next killer was Kaneki.
He's already in the game.
Is he?
He is, yeah.
And he looks like
But
shit.
could you imagine Jesus being a killer in Dead by Daylight?
That
I
would
mean,
be
it's probably
crazy.
public domain by now, right?
You ever
It's
heard of the
probably
Crusades?
public domain,
I
dude.
mean, technically, you're not wrong.
Oh, fuck.
Owns the rights to Jesus Christ.
Nobody does, but it's funny. And it's also just like a terrible.
Oh yeah,
Hey,
no, they're gonna get so fucking canceled.
they're going to get more crucified than he did.
Lamo?
Oh, yeah.
Oh, it's a revenge arc. Oh my goodness. Oh no.
Oh,
Hey, that's his Mori. He just crucifies you.
Oh my god.
Oh,
damn.
The old Mori is, he sticks you in a tomb and then you like come back later.
He
Oh,
really
man.
doesn't not like Italians since they were Roman. Put him on a big.
Oh my goodness.
So he wouldn't like no, the twins aren't Italian. What are they? Right, like I
They're like
barely paid attention.
Romanian or
They're, like,
something, right?
I don't know. I think
Slovakian of some kind?
Zero
No.
clue.
because they have like Spanish last names. I think.
Could not tell you.
Google. Oh no, not the killers, the twins, the survivors.
Oh.
I don't know.
Yeah.
Dude.
I thought she meant the killers.
Same.
I didn't
not
know
them,
there
not
was a
them.
twin set of survivors. It's been
Yeah,
a minute.
they're like.
Shit, girl, you know more than me.
Oh fuck! I don't remember their names. I don't give a fuck about their sexualities.
Lamo?
List of survivors. Get out of my face. I think they're twins anyway. Oh, they might be Greek actually. Like, is it these two? They're
I mean, that's also
Brazilian.
close enough.
Yeah, Thalita and Renato Lyra. It's like they came in chapter 27, which was the one with the fucking great value which fucking Kardashian? Kris Jenner.
Chris Jenner's in.
Fucking great value. Have you seen
No.
yeah, it's the Skull Merchant.
Wow.
No, dude, I just still wanted the loop for Dead Boy.
Yeah, hold on. Let me pull her up. Again, like this lady.
Oh.
She looks great value, Kris Jenner.
Okay, that one.
Actual like fucking person was like in the game.
No, that'd be funny. But no, yeah, I said great value. Apparently she's canonically into like anime and manga and would actually
Yeah.
know who all the
Who
characters
Kaneki
in
is,
Tokyo Ghoul
yeah.
are. Yeah. Because they recently
Fucking
did like an
weeb.
update or whatever where like
Fucking weeb.
She's over here just
I
like,
remember,
why
I
is...
imagine this show. Like, she just calls him
Like, holy
Kaneki. She's like,
shit.
Kaneki? He's like, bitch, how do you know?
Right, like how do you know who I am?
Bitch, who the fuck are you?
The best
Come
part...
here.
Then
The best
I
part is
think-
like,
I
she's
think
over here
it
just like,
would be-
Kaneki, why are you like sacrificing Levi? What did he ever do to you? You're shorter than he is.
Oh man. And then I know it's canon that I think Jane would know who Nicolas Cage is, which is
Funny
also
universe.
crazy. What an absolutely hilarious universe that Dead by Daylight is.
Like, they're the horror
Nicolas
version
Cage
of
is just
Fortnite, dude.
himself.
They're just the horror version of dude. Like, jeez.
Is wild. But okay, chat, we're leaving you with that. Think about Jesus being the next killer. Okay, bye.
Lamo. Night, everybody.
Jesus. The revenge.
I wanna feel alive, feel the blood inside my veins. I wanna slow the time, will you slow it down with me? I think I need to find what it means to be okay. It's broken by design, can't live life without some pain, yeah. And I know I'll keep running, no, I'll be something you won't see me coming. I grow, I keep punching, I grow, I keep hunting. No, I need nothing, supposed to be something so close to me. Cause I don't know if I'm alone, if I'm unknown, but I won't go, no I won't go. You ain't never gonna slow me down, cause I feel alive now. Cause I feel alive now.